as of now. Show you why the Xbox Series S and X was more successful and why was it more popular as far as both Series S and X being successful and being more popular. And then show you why it succeeded, why it failed. Here we go, here we go. Guys. So why was the Xbox Series S so popular? And it says it right here. The Xbox Series S all digital, design and hardware. The Xbox Series S is the cool little sibling in the gaming world, unlike its powerhouse brothers, the Xbox Series X, which is all about raw performance. The Series S focuses on simplicity and affordability while sacrificing too much on the gaming experience. And why was the Xbox Series S and X so successful? The key takeaways of Xbox Series S, right? The key takeaways of Xbox Series S is surpassed expectations, boosting strong Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions. Industry insider Matt Biscay compares Xbox Series S and X to Xbox 360 sales sees trajectory. Console market not declining. Potential sales boost from upcoming big game releases, which I don't know what games are. Call of Duty, because they already own Call of Duty now. All the Call of Duties, including the OG ones, the new ones, most recent ones, and the sequels once those come out next year as well. And it's talking about the Xbox Series S in game right now. It's the Series S and X lifetime console series better than expected. Now, why is the Xbox Series S better than X? Series X offers more playability, superior playability with advanced hardware, and offers extra storage for while the Series S is more practical with exclusively all digital games. So regardless of your preference, now you can sit back and finally enjoy gaming pretty much. And why is the Series S so powerful? That's why Series S all digital to its next generation popular Xbox velocity, also such as fast loading times, the ability to switch between mobile games with quick resume, and richer, more dynamic rewards, which range up to 120. Look at that number, 120 FPS. Better than Sony for sure. As far as the FPS is concerned, because Sony's only running the current PS4 and PS5 games at 30 FPS. Microsoft, you got if you're going to have 60 or higher FPS, or however, you got to have Microsoft and PC. Like I said, and I say it again, you got to have Microsoft Series S or X or the Xbox One to experience 120 FPS on your games. And what is the Xbox Series S made for? It's made for all digital at 1440 HP. The ability to tune up the scale to 4K with a custom SSD, but of course you have to buy the SSD separately. They're priced differently because the SSD costs a lot. SSD costs a lot, depending on which one you get, pretty much. Both cards have the option to expand available custom storage via the storage expansion cards, either Seagate, if you know about the Seagate one, storage expansion card, the other storage expansion cards. Now, which was the most successful Xbox console? The 360. Again, nobody listens to me. Because you look at the units, you know Sony, the PS3 is outselling units-wise. The Game Boy Advance is right behind it at 81.5 million units. And the PlayStation Portal owns at 80 to 82 million. That's just estimation from what they're saying. And Nintendo 3DS, even the current DS and new DSs, and the most recent at 76 million units even. And why Series X is amazing. And it talks about the Series X, the Xbox Series X, pinnacle of Microsoft's gaming efforts, blending the promise of powerful next generation performance with super fast loading times and a huge library of games spanning multiple Xbox generations in decades of games, including the new ones. Now, this is where it gets very tricky, guys, as well. Did Xbox Series S and X outsell PS5? Indeed. But you see it says 3 to 1, but what does it matter if it's 3 to 1 if they don't got the first parties? That's why I've been telling a lot of Sony fanboys, including Xbox Gaming, including Dreamcast Guy, and Reforged Gaming and IGN. That's been benchmarks. I'm telling y'all four simpletons or five simpletons counting at IGN make me sick right now, man. Especially Dreamcast Guy, especially Xbox Gaming, especially Reforged Gaming and IGN. Them five fanboys make me sick, man. Make me sick, man. hate them simpletons right now. And I also hate Modern Gaming Nation because he keeps bashing Microsoft no matter what. He keeps avoiding delusional, the delusional ask of certain things of what Microsoft is doing follows his success and their failures too. It works both ways, not just one way. But anyways, now the Xbox One S follows all digital. That Series S for games with resolution up to 4K, while the Series X is what I meant to say. Also designed for games with resolution up to 4K, while the Series S has less powerful graphics hardware designed for more than 1080p and sometimes 1440 HP visuals. Now there's their new Xbox coming out in 2024. Yes. It's probably new consoles coming out in November, less than a month from now. Not this one. That one comes out next year, 2025, 2026. Project Brooklyn and Quebec and Quebec for Series C all digital. And Series C all digital, the carbon one. But this is next year's one. But the one for November that's coming out in the middle of November, those are the ones coming out. Series X all digital white console, Series X 2 terabyte disc console. Also, in the Series S, finding 12 gigabyte all digital console coming out in November. Yes, but these two, the ones they're showing right now, the trash can console, pretty much. The Project Brooklyn is the last generation of console, and that's still right for Sony regardless, because they're going to have a head start on Microsoft's going to have a head start on Sony, but anyways. And that console, the Project Brooklyn is going to be about $500 or $600. Falls the 2 terabyte white console, trash box console, the white cylinder console, and the white black console is going to be the same amount of space, storage space, but they're probably going to charge $100 more for the white one because it's white. And it has more space, that's 4 terabytes. But anyways, now what is the best gaming console of all time? That's where it gets tricky too. But if you're a hardcore gamer, I know it says casual gamer, but if you're a hardcore gamer, Nintendo Switch is your best option. But it said if you're a bit more serious about getting creative, more powerful system with grants at the PS5 or the Xbox Series S or X, whatever your gaming needs. So like I said, it's down to Xbox One on Nintendo Switch as of November 31st. As of October 31st. So I had to make that decision. What's the cheaper console? What's the cheaper console as far as consoles is concerned? But anyways, I've been doing my research very well. But anyways, now what is the more powerful console? The Xbox Series X. And that's not including Brooklyn. Brooklyn's going to probably be more powerful than the Xbox Series X. So Project Brooklyn's going to be more powerful because all digital 2 terabytes, and the white one's going to be 4 terabytes. And the Series C, that's going to be 1 terabyte, and the other one's going to be fine in 12 gigabytes with the Series C carbon and white console as well going into next year. The Series S is the more powerful console, and it's telling you why. It's the more powerful gaming console in the market. Made our top pick performance, and our raw power is your top priority. The Xbox Series S plays all the same games as Xbox Series S for a fraction of the price, which a fraction of the price of Series S is $299 even. Now, is Xbox Series X stronger than PS4 and PS5? Yes, it is. It says it's very easy to see the Xbox Series S has strong performance power. The Xbox Series S creates 10 gigabyte of GDDR6 RAM with 128 watt bit plus compared to the PS4 and PS5's older 8 gigabyte of GDDR5 RAM, which makes Xbox Series significantly faster than the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 if you're playing cross-gen games. And which Xbox is best for gaming? This is where it gets tricky too, guys, as well. The Xbox Series S is the more powerful game console currently built for detailed graphics, fluid frame rates, now including some 60 FPS and 120 FPS if you count those numbers, obviously. And rapid load time. The device also supports a fantastic library with backwards compatibility going all the way back to the original Xbox as far as the games are concerned, including backwards compatibility with 360 games that you would have to buy straight up if you don't have them in your collection of in Game Pass Ultimate. You have to buy them straight up anyways. And what does the S stand for in Xbox pretty much? It stands for slim or small, follows the Series S or 1S. And it's telling you the S and Xbox One S, for Series S and 1S all digital. Compared to standard Xbox One, you can see it's more compact and flat. Both don't have a CD tray. You just insert the disc in the slot and the Xbox pulls it inside automatically. Now, with the Xbox Series S be discontinued, this is where it gets very tricky. This Xbox Series S carbon black model may be discontinued, making new space for the 1 terabyte version, because the final 12 gigabyte might be discontinued. But anyways, Microsoft is struggling to sell consoles as Sony PS5 outsells Xbox Series S. Rumors on the Xbox handheld persist. There's no conviction yet on the potential bite, but the handheld is coming sooner than you think. And which console was more successful as far as Microsoft was concerned? Nintendo Switch was the greatest console of all time. Despite the Wii U flopping, it had a lot of games, obviously. And Wii had a lot of games. The Nintendo Switch was the greatest console of all time. Even with the 2021 model and 2017 model currently still selling at a high pace. Now, why is the Series S1 more powerful than Xbox One X? John's current Xbox One S, this Series outperforms Xbox One X. And every single edit, this means just like the Series X, Xbox Series S delivers optimal gameplay at faster speeds with more power and higher resolution. So we're going to Xbox One from 2020 versus Xbox Series S from 2019 and 2020, and currently, in the year currently, the new Xbox Series S always comes out on top. For no about conquering, pretty much. Now, what makes the Xbox Series S or X better than PS5? This way it gets tricky too. The Xbox Series S is more powerful than Series S. As usual, I suspect there's significant boost roll times, boost overall game performance, and visual fidelity, which could, while features of such quicker and small door give it to the edge. Now, what makes the Xbox Series S and X unique? If you know about that word too well. The Xbox Series X runs with 7 upgrades, supports a custom GPU with 12 teraflops and power, 52 computing units running at 1.85 to 5 gigahertz. That's basically more powerful graphics than any processor, any console. Even more powerful than the one in PS5. See, it is no debate. So I don't want anybody saying, including my cousin, saying PS5 is more powerful than Microsoft when Series X and X are the more powerful consoles, because you can see how much teraflops it has, how much complete units it has, and how much gigahertz it has, even when it comes to the loading times. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Make it make sense. Make it make sense why these two popular consoles of Microsoft are more powerful than Sony right now, PS5 right now. And this is where it gets very tricky for us. Is the current end of the console was pretty much what's strong PS5 Series X. This is where it gets tricky. In the battle of the spec sheets, the PS5 prepares to lose out against Xbox Series X. And we already know why, because it's underpowered, because the PS5 Pro is already out already, and that's discless now. Even the 30th anniversary edition has a disc and discless version. But anyways, both have 8-core CPUs from AMD, and the Xbox is clocked at 3.8 gigahertz by the PS5 at 3.5 gigahertz. Both consoles use ABS, the same graphics and same processors. And I told my cousin this too. They use the same graphics and processors. Microsoft did not count. So I'm going to say Microsoft copied that. They've been using, Sony and Microsoft have been using the same ADM graphics and processors since the early 2000s. But that's why it's providing 12 teraflops of power, and the PS5 went up to 10.3 teraflops. There's no debate in these console wars now. My cousin can't tell me you're talking about the teraflops. So I showed you all the reasons why I was successful. As the Series S and X being successful in 2019 and 2020. The turn of glory still reigns in golf, Mr. Francis. You be alright. LeBron's still running out of time to chase titles. But anyways, keep the topic short. But anyways, he's running out of time to chase titles anyway, because this is LeBron's last year. I mean that, Mr. Francis. Keep that topic short. Anyways. And why did it fail? That's my Series S and X fail, if it did. About to show you right now. Hold up, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a second. now listening to the Chocolate Cherry Blossom song. I hear him listening to it. All right, guys, I'm back. Just had to use the bathroom. Now, why does SPOT Series S and X fail? If it did, we'll see why the real reason why it failed. The next video, I'll show you why why the Sega consoles. In the next video, I'll show you why the Sega consoles, how they succeeded and how they failed as well. This is where it gets tricky. Why Xbox Series S and X failed. Now, has it been a failure? Yes, Microsoft spent a huge amount of money buying developers, studios, including Activision and Bethesda. Like I said, and I told my cousin this too, but honestly, he doesn't listen. But anyways, yes, this was all in no proof for Xbox Series S and sales whatsoever. Starfield was supposed to be the start of the turnaround, but Starfield was the game of the generation regardless. And yet, consoles went down when it came out in the UK, and the market share of the Xbox shrunk. Now, as it getting the worth, this is where it gets tricky. This is getting the worth over the Series S and the S and X. Yes, Xbox Series S has a 4K Blu-ray player in it. The Xbox Series S is a purely digital console. Means if you have a lot of physical media, they movies, TV shows, backwards compatible games. The Xbox Series offers a huge advantage over the Series S. This is S weaker than X. The Series S is defined for games with up to 4K, while the Series S has less powerful graphics, hardware designed for 1080 HP and 1440p visuals. Well, Xbox Series X sales declining. Xbox Series X says the Xbox One and Gold sales what happened the recent quarterly annual financial report. Microsoft confirmed specialist projections regarding the decline of Xbox Series S and X sales. Said reported quarterly drop of 42% and annual drop of 13%. That was as of August 11th of 2020, but not no more now. Now, as Xbox John's current console, Xbox One X, discontinued. Yes, of July 26th, ended production of Xbox One X and all digital prepared for the new products. Yes. Means the turn of glory still reigns in golf, Mr. Francis, but I'll keep that topic short. Braun's running out of town to chase 6 and 11 right now, Mr. Francis, but I'll keep that topic short. You be all right, turn of glory still reigns in golf. Well, you're going to say train wrong, but I'll keep the topic short. No, you're going to say train wrong because golf is a demanding sport, Mr. Francis, it is. But what I had to go through over the years with my father's legacy. Unlike LeBron's father's legacy, he has one to the hype. LeBron Ramon James Sr. That's his middle name, Ramon. And he has one to like getting to 6 or 11 years, so I want to hear it, Mr. Francis. But I'll keep the topic short, but I don't want to hear it, Mr. Francis, right now. Anyways. Which Xbox was the best, Series S or Series X or 1S or 1X? Series X is still the superior console. Also, superior play with advanced hardware and extra storage, while the Series S is more practical and comparable with exclusive digital gameplay. Now, which console is better, PS5 Series X? But if you make a true comparison, Xbox Series X is the more powerful console than PS5 because of their teraflops. Sony only has 10.3 teraflops. Microsoft has 12 teraflops. So obviously it's more powerful as well. Just trying to find the reasons why Sony is flopped. Microsoft is flopped, you know. But anyways. Let's see. Trying to find. That's the Xbox Series. That's been so. This is where it gets tricky. And the Xbox Series X and S sales are doing better than expected as of now. With some fans will argue that the Series S has a share of challenges to compete to its temporaries, as well as grown to its successes, counting me and John. The best one being Game Pass Ultimate subscriptions, which continue to grow in numbers, even when you have the console and the Fire TV stick, and both the Fire TV and the console, or Nintendo Switch or both if you got both consoles like me and John. But anyways, But if I get Xbox One, indeed. One Nintendo Switch, indeed. Now, how long would the Xbox One X last? That would be the question too. As well, how long would that last? Let's see. Trying to find a real reason why it failed. A lot of people saying it failed, pretty much. But the Xbox One X was still, like I said, the Xbox One X and the Xbox One from 2014. If I decide to get that one on October 31st or Nintendo Switch, all these consoles that I mentioned were way ahead of its time. If you know what the generations that started it. Okay, guys. Gotta get in the shower, obviously. I'll make the next video after I get out the shower, but I'll show you why the Sega consoles have succeeded and why they have failed. I'll show you that in the next video after this one, but I have to get in the shower right now. But once I get in the shower, after I finish watching Mr. Boomstick's podcast, then I'll show you why Sega has succeeded and why Sega has failed as far as their consoles wise. I'll show you that in the next video pretty much. Okay, guys, I end the video right there. I showed you why Xbox is more superior than Sony as far as the pros and cons. I showed you why Microsoft Series S and X has failed, why it succeeded, why it failed. Make sure you add me on Facebook, follow me on Facebook, add me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube. If you write my rants and rants, make sure you leave a like on the video pretty much. For the likes, I appreciate the views, appreciate it as well. So I'm trying to get my views up for all my other videos as quick as possible, as high as possible. But make sure you add me on PSN, that's X for Glory 2, Furry Kingdom, Multiple He She, Chumley He She, Multiple He She 4, Super Nintendo 64, all 5 of my PSN accounts. And she had me on Twitch as Win Hut, Furry Kingdom, Xbox vs. Sony 1, Yugi Hutch, Retro Hutch, and Red McCall, all 5 of my Twitch accounts. Make sure you add me on TikTok, Women Queen 4. Make sure you add me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, WWE Legend 2, Chumley Win Hutch Economy, and Couch is on that one. Follow me on Facebook, add me on Facebook. It's spelled, my whole main name spelled backwards. We just see the Heaven and Hell picture on it as well. If you like my rants and me roasting Mr. Francis, Mr. Sharp, falls the Sport Wars is concerned, falls all the Sport Wars, and then you like me talking about the console wars, and me roasting Henny too, as far as his future in certain games, including rage quitting games. Make sure you come to my YouTube channels and follow me on all 3 of my YouTube channels, and I'll give you the content left and right. Once you help me get to 50 subscribers on Raiders Power 8 and Raiders Power 8, Raiders Power 8 nickname under it. And that's my first 25. I gotta get to 50 subscribers on those two. I got still stuck at 16 and 12 on those 2 accounts for the longest. I'm trying to get more subscribers on those. So if you like my rants and rants about the console wars and sport wars, come to my YouTube channel. I'll give you the content left and right. Okay, guys, I end the video right there. Gotta get in the shower now. But the next video, after I see Mr. Boomstick's podcast, obviously, then I'll show you why Sega succeeded, why Sega failed. Yeah. This is indeed.